This is the work that nobody wants to do. I didn't want to do it. I did not enjoy this. This was like, we'll see how it goes. If I can actually pull this off. Today we're starting. I'm going to have something that I didn't have before. I'm going to have a playbook. This is the private jet broker certificate program. It's the course that I made and that I share with people. And I tell them, hey, do this and you'll make money. You'll do stuff. But, and people have, but can I still do it? So here's the playbook. Then we're doing model research. So this we're going to focus on today. Just going to go to controller.com, and the market that I'm going to go after this year is the Phenom 100 market. Now I need to know things about the Phenom 100 market. How far can it go? How fast can it go? What's the capacity for it? What's the fuel burn? What's the operating costs? What are common upgrades and mods? Where do I find this information? Well, there's a couple of different places. One place I like to go that's easy, Phenom 100 Global Air Specs. GlobalAir.com, I think does a great job of, it's a good starting point, and boom, it'll tell me. All right, so we're at controller, and then here's all the Phenoms for sale. We're gonna look at every single one, and we're gonna do the market research. We're gonna compare controller to what we have over here on our list. And I'm gonna find serial number 142. Okay, so you see I have it here. Okay, now I'm gonna go through on here and just make sure everything's accurate. So it's a 2.5. It's still on the market. And then I have all these notes that I would do when I would call them.
At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, Timon, Tom, Lelio, Jet Life Aero, good afternoon. All right, so this Phenom is brand new. So I got to go add it now. So I'm going to come over to my Notion, click new, and then we start doing the market research. So what I do here is now I can kind of come down as I'm going through this. I'm going to ask notes like, what about EEC? Explain the JSI program. What does it cover? What does 25% pro rata mean? All right, so now it also talks about, and we see this down here. Garmin XI Suite, well appointed, low time 2009, 2 US owners. That's great. Fresh hots and a 60-month inspection. So we're going to add that to our notes.
Have a great day.
Gavin, it's Tom with Jet Life Aero. Good morning. Happy New Year to you. The reason for the call, I just want to find out more about your listing, the 2009 Phenom 100. I think it's serial number 53, November 27 Delta Kilo. Specifically, the ask price, but did have a few questions regarding the airframe program, if any, and the JSSI Pro Rata. Just doing market research, no rush. You can give me a call back or a text, 941, another voicemail. And you'll find a lot of times when you're going through market research, you'll get a voicemail. So you're not doing anything wrong there. This is the life. This is day one. You got to do your market research. I mean, day one would be learning about the aircraft and figuring out what aircraft to do, but I've already kind of done that. And this is making the calls. And the reason you're making the calls is because you need to fill this out. So now you can become, about the market. So that when someone says, what's the market do? You come down here and you be like, oh, the average year is 2010. There's about 20 some on the market. The average airframe time is about 2,700 hours, and the average asking price is $2.3 million. Your airplane, what's mine worth? Oh, well, you have a 2012, so that's great. You only have 1,800 hours on it with fresh hot sections. That's really great. And your avionics are upgraded, even though, and I'd say about a little more than half of them are upgraded. So that's pretty solid. So if the average is 2.3, you're definitely north of that. Now we can have a conversation and I can be intelligent about the marketplace. All right, looks like we got another one. It's got ESP Platinum engines, EEC airframe coverage, NXI upgrade, belted lab and side facing. That's huge. In recent 12 and 24 month at Dallas Love, no deferrals, basic specs, but this thing kind of speaks for itself. So let's go ahead. Right now, my main focus is to get all my data in my Notion so then I can look and see what are the gaps that I need to fill and then start making phone calls from there. Here's another one. This is a good example. Other questions that you're going to want to ask. What's the history, any stories, any hair on the aircraft, we'll say. Try to be personal about it. Don't read this like a whole list. Make sure you read it. Like I'm asking some questions. Let's see if there's anything that I asked. Could ask if there's any damage history because it's not noted here. Any gremlins, any story past, how many owners since new. These are all questions that you would want to know if you had a buyer and you wanted to fully vet the aircraft. All right. So through the magic of editing, here we are. It took me about 2 hours to complete this. So now I have all the data I need to speak intelligently about the market. If you ask me, how about that 2010 and the one that's over in Bedford, Massachusetts. Oh yeah, that's, Mike. And, I open up my notes and boom, here's all the information I need on it. This is the work that nobody wants to do. I didn't want to do it. I did not enjoy this. This was like, I want to get into the deals. I want to get into calling people, but I can't call people and speak intelligently about the market unless I actually do the foundation work. And I should be doing this every single month. I should be taking that information and I should be putting it into our market report. Got a master market report so that when I'm calling through the owners, can I send you a market report about what's going on? Lots of stuff to do. Like, this is just the beginning. We'll see how it goes. If I can actually pull this off and get 20 deals this year, which is going to require at least a dozen listings, and then about half of them will be off market. And if I can just stay in the game, we'll find out.